Good Thursday morning, folks. This is Darth Rabbit 07 coming at you with another spoilers review. So if you have not watched episode 3 or any of the other ones, just please turn back, go watch all the episodes, then come back and view my spoilers reviews a bit later. So with that said and that aside, we have Starscream, talking to the Seekers, and basically he doesn't agree with what Megatron's wanting to do, making all the Autobots Decepticons and whatnot, and so he's planting those seeds with the Seekers early on in the episode, and of all people to scolding him about it, Jetfire is scolding Starscream on false sense of superiority. But that there's some turmoil going on, and you can see it throughout. Even though Jetfire is the leader of the Seekers right now, he wants to do things with honor. He wants to do things with a respect and whatnot. And so you can start seeing some other inside divider lines going up the rails there as the episode progresses. And in this episode, we get to see quite a bit more action from the Decepticon side. We learn that Mr. Impactor there is actually helping out Ratchet and some other Autobots and Decepticons that are less fortunate from the spoils of this ongoing war with Megatron. And we also learn that Mirage there is just utilizing his ability to blend in, and it's actually a hologram of him being a Decepticon, so that was kind of a nice touch to get a figure, I guess, that was spoilerish before the show came out. And that's one of my favorite colored Mirages to date. I love that mold, and the only thing that we hadn't seen in the show just yet is them actually transform. I hadn't seen Spinister transform there. It's nice to see Spinister and Skytread, also known as Flywheels, getting some much needed action in the series. And I'm going to have to take care of a dog right now. Just a moment, please. It really is nice to see them explain and give you why you see stuff the way it is. I just wish they wouldn't spoil it with the release of the toy line. With that said, hang on a moment more. We get some really super great action sequences between Refractor and Mirage. And it is Refractor the purple, not the Refractor from the Netflix Siege. And probably Scrapface will come through there eventually, because everybody else has definitely popped up like out of nowhere. Or not really nowhere, just I really didn't expect them to actually use as much as they have used so far. And like I said, Jetfire to me is the biggest surprise just yet. So as we keep moving along through here, another nice surprise is the dynamic between Ratchet and Wheeljack versus Optimus, and their different viewpoints. Ratchet's there to heal and help those in need, whether they're Autobot or Decepticon, and allegiance doesn't matter. And doing so, he has a loyalty with Impactor, as Impactor has made vows to help all those outside of what his own personal allegiances in the past have been. His first allegiance was to himself, and I like how he sticks true to that. And like that Ratchet actually repaired him, because we thought that he saw a certain doom, but we didn't actually find a body. But then here comes Ratchet and he finds it. I think that was really, really nicely tied and put together there with Ratchet. But also, as we're going through this day and time with everybody being ugly to each other, we also have another dynamic that showed up in this show. And the newer dynamic is the fact that, be it Autobot or Decepticon, neither one of Mirage or Impactor has walked in each other's shoes. Impactor was with Megatron down in the bowels, doing their thing. They came from the same kind of background. But also, Impactor doesn't know Mirage's side of it, and vice versa. It sounds like a lot of themes that are actually in the real world have carried over to this series, and is being foretold in very great style and with great compassion and a love. And it shows through and through the animation and the voice work so far in these episodes. This is halfway through the 6 episodes here, and we get everything coming together really beautifully. I just never imagined that we would be able to see these guys right here actually get a show worthy, and Prowl showed up in the show too for episode 3, and I just ain't got Elita 1, nobody does just yet, and it's just really nice dynamics going on here. The other thing that I was talking with somebody else on comments on my Sega episodes review was the fact that was Jetfire's release last year, he did not come out with that cool blade that he's using to, you know, help capture Ultra Magnus from Ultra Magnus broke away from interrogation for a moment, and he got a hold of a gun. So then here comes Jetfire with that cool ass blade again. I'm telling you, we've just got to have this adapter either through Hasbro releasing another battle pack, kind of like they did with Centurion. It's coming up. It has more cool stuff, and/or just gonna have to have these fun energy blade. I mean, this is really cool, man. Unless that's supposed to be the Lionizer weapon that's being held by. I know one of my guys has got it here. It's probably right in front of me. I know one of them had it earlier. Lionizer. Anyway, Lionizer knife weapon thing. I don't think that's Lionizer, but that's a really cool part. And seeing Jetfire, you know, have this side of him that we never did see. He was just a scientist and stuff. He wasn't a lead seeker like he is portrayed in this. This is really good storytelling at its best. And Megatron and Shockwave employ more extreme methods of interrogation to Ultra Magnus, which I guess that's what was spoileristic about that version of Ultra Magnus. He has some really blackened shoulders, while his shoulders pretty totally busted. The same kind of marks and scoring is on his legs, is where the paint is. They just didn't paint for him instead of breaking your toy. So that was, again, it's like, okay, we just got to have better timing on the release and whatnot of these figures. If there's anything to complain about, is that the Netflix War for Cybertron Wave 1 definitely, you know, came in with some spoilers, and then it did put it on the box and all that. But anyway, and as we continue the episode, we see Jetfire and Skywarp have a dynamic and fateful interaction between each other that kind of helps put things back in its G1 perspective without just I love how this looks in this shot here, just them going along seeking out where the Autobot base is. We see where Starscream planted those seeds of, you know, them needing to have somebody stronger and better as a head seeker. Starscream seeds are starting to come full bloom, as Skywarp there has Decepticon, you know, faith and beliefs, but then Jetfire there has his honor and stuff, as Jetfire does not see eye to eye with Skywarp's. Their difference in annihilation shouldn't be the price of peace. Different point of view ends in a, as we finally see where Jetfire and his honor and allegiance is a lie. He doesn't believe that annihilation should be, you know, the way to go forward there. I just really love the way that this was put together. That scene was really, really awesome and beautiful. And the end of episode 3 has Megatron grandstanding in front of a whole horde and amount of Decepticons to help support his plan moving forward. So what did you guys think about this episode 3? I know I ran over a bit longer on this quick review here, but we're coming up on the 10-minute mark, and I just wanted to see how you guys felt. Please hit that comment, like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know how you guys felt about the episode and how it came about. I'm getting ready to watch episodes 4, 5, and 6, and then as I get through watching, I'll try to do another quick review of each episode. And this thing is building up pleasantly great to me so far. Thank you guys again for watching. Until all are one. Thanks again.